This video is about pre-game routines for goalies. You don't have to copy what I'm talking about here, but I think you can find some helpful additions from what I talk about to add to your pre-game routine. Routines are important. They make us feel confident. They give us that consistency and that predictable pattern that allows us to get in the right frame of mind for a game. I think it's important for athletes to have something that they can fall back on, some kind of routine that can keep them in the right frame of mind, keep them focused, and allow them to prepare to have the best game possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the same every time, but there are different aspects of a pregame routine that you can follow that will make you play better. Of course, you can find examples of athletes that don't follow any pregame routine. They just show up and they play. That can work, but if you're someone that's looking for an extra edge, if you think this can help you, then I suggest you follow some kind of pregame routine. Here are some of my ideas. So first, when you get to the rink, you want to get there early. You want to have enough time to prepare for the game, to get your mind right before you get on the ice or before you get in the room. So what I suggest is getting there early and sitting by yourself for a little bit, visualizing yourself making saves. Visualization is very important. I talk about it a lot. Most mental performance coaches, you'll hear them talk about it a lot too. It's something that is really important for any kind of athlete. You want to visualize yourself doing something good. So you want to visualize yourself succeeding, in this case on the ice, seeing yourself making saves, winning games, performing at the highest possible level. You're visualizing it, you're making it up yourself, so you want to make it as good as possible. And an extra tip for visualization is to really make it realistic. So imagine the cold feeling of the ice, feel the puck in your glove when you make a save, see yourself winning the game, and imagine what that looks like. See the fans in the stands, see what the ice is like. Just put yourself in that scenario and make it as realistic as you can. It can also be helpful to go through a list of affirmations. So maybe write down on your phone some things that make you feel confident. Things like, I am a wall in net, I am super confident, I can handle any challenge. Whatever it is, you can change it, it's up to you. But have those affirmations that you're able to go through before you're on the ice. When you get to the rink early, you're seeing yourself winning and you're talking to yourself in a positive way. This will get you focused and also feeling confident before you get to the ice. After you've done your visualization and affirmations, it's time to start your off-ice warm-up. So things like jogging, shuffling, using a jump rope, dynamic stretching, light sprints, things that get your heart rate up, get your body warm and feeling good. Mobility is great here. Some explosive work can prime the nervous system before you go on the ice. It's up to you. You just want to get moving in a way that's comfortable, predictable. You don't want to do too much. You just want to find that right balance of warming up but saving your energy for the game. I recommend doing this as late as you can before you start getting dressed. 15 minutes is perfect for your off-ice warm-up. You don't need to overthink it. Just get some kind of movement in that makes you feel good and ready to play. So now you've done your mental training, you've done your off-ice warm-up, it's time to get dressed. And that's why I talked about doing your off-ice warm-up as late as possible before you get dressed. You don't want to do it way early and then lose those benefits, lose that feeling that you had of being warmed up while you're getting ready. So it's the last thing you do before you get your equipment on. When you're getting ready, you don't have to stress here. I would recommend talking to your teammates, relaxing, having fun. Obviously, every athlete is different. You might want to be really focused. You might want to not talk to anybody. There are goalies that are famous for being completely silent on game days. It's up to you, but what I would recommend is trying to be relaxed in this moment. The game is long. You have to be focused during the game. You don't want to waste that concentration and that focus early at this point. So talk to your teammates, have fun, joke around, try to be very relaxed and save up that energy and that focus for when you really need it. Once you get your equipment on and before your coach talks to you, you should probably do some kind of static stretching or some kind of warm up in your equipment. This is especially important for goalies that don't get long warm ups. So not everybody plays in the NHL with a long warm up. You might want to get that stretching in while you're in your equipment in the dressing room. If you're playing at a high level and you have a 20-minute on-ice warm-up, you can also do this stretching on the ice. But if you're someone who's short on time in a warm-up, if you're playing minor hockey or if you're playing in an adult league and you don't have that long warm-up, it can be helpful to find some time in your equipment to stretch right before you go on the ice. Then once you're ready to go on the ice, I personally think it's important that the goalie is on first. I think it looks cool, and I just think goalies should be going on the ice first. That's just a rule that I have, and most people follow that. Kind of gets me upset when people don't do that. I just think it makes sense that the goalie leads the team on the ice. You can do a lap, or you can skate directly to your crease. It doesn't matter. This is really up to you. What I would do and what I typically follow is I will skate around for a lap, just get some movement in, and then I'll go to the crease, I'll rough up that crease with my skates, and then try to get a feel for the net. So feeling the post, practicing some skating, moving around in the crease, moving your eyes, moving your hands, tracking the puck with your head, the imaginary puck, because there are no shots most likely at this point. You're just looking around with your eyes, getting everything ready, getting a feel for the ice. When you're ready, you start taking shots. So this depends, like you could have a long warm up if you're playing at a high level and you have that 20-minute warm up like I talked about. You're gonna have lots of time to get shots and get warm. And some of us have a shorter warm up. You just gotta do what you can with this. It was always frustrating for me playing minor hockey when I had 2 to 3 minutes to warm up, and it's hard to really get in the zone with only a few shots like that, but you do what you have to do. That's why it's really important to do all the things in the dressing room and in the rink before you go on the ice to make sure you're warm. Once you're in the net, take shots, focus on getting a feel for the puck and tracking it with your eyes. You don't have to make every save. It's really just about seeing the puck, getting a feel for the speed of it, getting your hands ready, your eyes ready, getting your legs moving. Just get comfortable and don't stress about how many saves you make. I would always find that the more goals I let in, the better game I would have. It really doesn't matter what you stop. What matters is how you're feeling and that you have a feel for the puck and you're ready for the game to start. You don't want to take so many shots that you get tired. You want to stay in net enough so that you feel warm and ready to play, but not too tired. If you're doing your off-ice conditioning, if you're playing hockey all the time, you're probably not going to get too tired with a 5-minute warm-up. But it's important that you pace yourself and you save that energy for the game. When the warm-up ends, I also think you should have a routine before the puck drops. So personally, I would always grab a sip of water, spit it out, and then take another sip of water and drink it. I would then spray my face with water, go for a skate, come back, tap my posts, and then let the ref know that I was ready. It's really up to you. Every goalie is different. I think your routine should be different from mine. It's all about feeling ready for the game. We all have our own superstitions, things that make us feel good. I like to skate, I like to drink water, I like to feel the net and know where I am, but you might do something different. Some people like to put their head down and get focused. They talk to themselves. You could use breathing techniques here. There are a bunch of things that you can do, and it's really important that you develop your own routine and you try different things out. So nothing says that you have to start a routine and then stick with it forever. You can try certain things, you can learn from watching other goalies or from watching other athletes, and then you can add one thing in at a time and see how you feel. And over time, adding those things in, taking things away, you will develop your own pregame routine that is unique and works for you. At this point, it's game time. You're ready to go. You did your visualization, you did your affirmations, you did the off-ice warm-up, you're stretching, you got on the ice, you took shots, you got a feel for the net. You're ready to go. You don't need to overthink it. You just need to have some kind of consistent routine that you can follow. Most of us, where we're playing, you can't predict everything. You don't know if the game's going to start late. You don't know if you're going to get to the game late because of traffic. You just don't know what's going to happen. So it's nice to have a routine that doesn't need to be perfect. You can change it up a little bit, but has some kind of consistency, like a mental part, a physical warm-up, and then certain things that you follow when you're actually on the ice. Hockey is such a mental game, and especially the goalie position. There's so much that we can't control, and there's so much demanded of us mentally that it can really help you if you have a consistent pregame routine that you can follow. It will make you confident, it will make you comfortable, and it will set you up for the best performance that you can have. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.